Okay. So the question is about how do we choose stock in terms of when a sale order comes in, how does the system prioritize different types of different stock records for the same product? The system right now, as I'm talking, is based solely on FIFO, which is first expiry, first out. That doesn't necessarily mean first in, first out. So the differences are first in, first out. If you've got stock coming in and it's due to expire in a year's time, that will go out before any other stock which comes in later, regardless of what its expiry date is. Our software is only based currently around expiry dates. Now, this is something we're looking to change moving forward. But when you're trying to select stock, the very first thing we look at is we go, okay, is the stock okay? Meaning it's not in a damaged status or a loss status or something else, some other, non-ideal status. Then we start to look at the expiry date of the stock to go, okay, we want the stock which is the closest to expiration. However, it can't be expired and it can't be within what we call an expiry threshold. So what this means is that an expiry threshold is a number of days before a product is due to expire in which you will no longer select it. So let me explain this with something like milk, for example. If you go into a supermarket and buy milk that's going to expire tomorrow, well, you don't really want milk that's going to expire tomorrow, right? Because it's too close to expiration. It's the same with stuff that you're sending out of warehouses. Once the stock becomes too close to expiry date, you don't want to send it out anymore because no one wants it. They can't sell it once it gets to their stores. So to handle this, Card & Cloud we implemented a thing into it called an expiry threshold. This is a number of days from the expiry date where if you're, say, within 7 days of expiration and your expiry threshold is set at 7 days, any stock which is within 7 days of expiry will no longer be picked to go out on an order. So it's to handle that case where we're sending out stuff a day before it goes off. So when it's selecting stock, it takes into account, I want stock which is not within that expiry threshold, and then it takes whatever's the soonest to expire. So if you've got a product which is going to expire in 8 days' time, brilliant. It's 1 day before the expiry threshold. It's probably the shortest shelf life stuff you've got. It'll pick that. There's a couple of other things over top of that, such as the efficiency of the warehouse location. So for example, if you've got lots of warehouse locations, the stuff which is up really high is more difficult to access than the stuff which is down at ground level. So as a result, you have a higher efficiency to access the stuff down at ground level as opposed to the stuff up high. So the system takes those kinds of things into account as well when it's selecting these different stocks.